Hello everybody, Ben Rogers here, the Raptors Digest, reacting to some Toronto Raptors news. That's right, we have a Toronto Raptors news update, and this is happening on a day that's wild throughout the entire NBA. Trades are happening left, right, and center. Not just these minor mini trades, blockbuster deals have been going down, and the Toronto Raptors, they squeaked their way into the headlines earlier this morning in terms of discussions that they're having. They have two specifically today. They've been working on two specific trades involving Goran Dragic, which certainly will make me happy if we can get something back for a guy that's not even playing on our roster. But before we dive into two of those, you guys already know what's up. Pickup basketball is back. And people that have been watching the videos for the past little while, right, they know that we've been fortunate enough to partner with Javelin Sports, and you can check out their application. The link is in the description of this video as well as in the pinned comment. If you want to go out there and hoop with your friends, play some indoor soccer, play some volleyball, track, lift some weights, book out a facility, you can do it all through the Javelin Sports app. And if you're trying to find groups to play in, they have a bunch of groups all over the place in different areas to play some pickup sports, because I know myself, I'm always looking for people to try and hoop with here in Newfoundland, and sometimes it's tough, right? Some people might not be ready to go, injured, not trying to come out every night when you're trying to play. So if you're in the Javelin Sports app, you can just find people straight on the application to play your favorite sport with. You can book it out and get $10 off your first purchase or your first booking through the Javelin Sports app. It's free to download and free to book something immediately. So even if you're a little bit skeptical, you're not sure about booking things through an application, it's completely or $10 off. And usually for drop-in fees, they're less than $10. So I've been saying it's pretty well free for your first purchase. So definitely check it out. And it's free to download. It's free to check out for other teams. And big news, our first Raptors Digest pickup sessions happening tonight. Joshy Ice and the Buys are in the group chat now. We've organized it, so tonight in Markham, we got a gym booked out to get some hoop on. So if you don't want to miss out on any of these events, they're going to be happening all across Canada. Rikers in Calgary right now. I'm in Newfoundland, obviously. Currently, I am popping back to Montreal always every now and then. So wherever you are, right, you don't want to miss out on this, and they're going to be posting the Javelin Sports group chat. So check that out, and it helps us out big time. Big time. If you click the link below, check out the application. It's an awesome app. We wouldn't be pushing it this hard, or you've had sponsors in the past. We're pushing this one because we think it's a really good idea. It aligns well with what we like, so definitely check it out. But another thing, along with the Javelin Sports app, that gets me going is a potential Goran Dragic trade. And we had a report come out this morning. We had a couple of things come out. One of them specifically is report that the Toronto Raptors and Miles Turner have discussed a trade surrounding Goran Dragic and a first-round pick for Miles Turner. Now, this one is pretty interesting. This one's a deal that there's a lot of stuff that has to go into it. There's a lot of stuff that has to be digested about this trade because this came out this morning. The Raptors are discussing it. It's nice to hear that we're getting good players potentially in return for Goran Dragic, or at least they're willing to discuss it, but obviously, unless you've been living under a rock, you've had your phone hidden, whatever you're doing, right? Yeah, I'd be surprised if you missed this trade that happened this afternoon when the Pacers sent away Domantas Sabonis, Jeremy Lamb, and Woj messed this up with his Woj bomb there, but Domantas Sabonis, Jeremy Lamb, and Justin Holiday to the Sacramento Kings in return for young superstar point guard Tyrese Halliburton. Okay, superstar might be stressed right now, but young star point guard Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Hield, and Tristan Thompson. Now, I know Buddy Hield's on a bigger contract. The Sacramento Kings have been trying to send him away for a while, but this was, I'm focusing this video on Turner and the Raptors. Obviously, we're the Raptors Digest, but I'm going to post a video on Courtside Digest because the Kings got fleeced, in my opinion at least. Tyrese Halliburton's a young, up-and-coming, budding point guard, 20 and 10 for a large stretch of the season when De'Aaron Fox was out. Crazy, crazy news. But how does this impact the Toronto Raptors? Well, obviously, we're in talks for Turner. That's a guy we've been sort of looking at, and I had Gallinari gifts going. Silly me. But Domantas Sabonis, and following the Domantas Sabonis-Tyrese Halliburton trade, we will likely see a significant impact on Miles Turner's future with the Indiana Pacers. Turner gets he gets a new opportunity with Domantas Sabonis obviously out of the lineup. I'll get this, let Woj finish his tweet. Let me read that so it doesn't disappear. But Turner gets to play center now and appears to be thrilled with the idea of playing on the court with Tyrese Halliburton. Who wouldn't be? A young star point guard that facilitates for other people, right? Turner, he's a guy that seems like to have enjoyed his time in Indiana, reps it in some of his merch and stuff. I don't know if it was true or it was fake, but someone asked Miles Turner on TikTok this morning, and I could be being baited by fake TikTok comments, but someone asked how it feels to be on a trash franchise or a trash team right now, and he said it's not bad, but I enjoy being rich or something. Don't quote me verbatim. I didn't double check that, but maybe that could be a sign that he's on the way out as well. But this Woj bomb that came out from Woj today, I don't know. I don't know if this means the Pacers are going to go in the direction with keeping Miles Turner. Obviously, a couple days ago, we heard from Woj himself that the Pacers are trying to make a fire sale. Get rid of everyone. Send them all out, right? And Karis LeVert, gone. Domantas Sabonis, gone. Jeremy Lamb, gone. Right? Justin Holiday, gone. So maybe Miles Turner is next in line to be shipped out. So that's one thing encouraging. But they do have an opening at center. They did bring back in Tristan Thompson. I believe they have Batazde, who I'm definitely butchering that name. Do I have the name animation back? I don't. But he's a promising center, so maybe they feel they'd be cool with giving up Turner's contract, going younger, tanking this season and seeing how it goes. But with Buddy Hield there, they could maybe potentially make a run. Who really knows? But Miles Turner as a fit in terms of the Toronto Raptors, assuming the reports hold true that the Pacers would still be interested in sort of going downwards in terms of losing their current core group of guys. Miles Turner is a player that I think could be a good fit for the Toronto Raptors, especially at this asking price. 13 points per game, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks, right? He's an elite shot blocker, but otherwise an average center in the NBA. And that could be a nice sort of switch up to add to your bench when Goran Dragic is literally giving you nothing. A first-round pick, yes, in the Raptors' hands, they are super valuable, but we know Miles Turner's a good player and probably the over-under of a first-round draft pick. You're better off with Miles Turner rather than the chances of whatever you're going to get from a first-round pick. Maybe I'm tripping because Masai Ujiri's always picking some star players, but we're in win-now mode. We're trying to make a push in the Eastern Conference. We're 6th. I want us at 4th, right? So This is an interesting sort of conundrum for the Toronto Raptors, but I think everyone would agree. You probably just go through it if you're Toronto. That's why you're asking for it. And the Pacers, if they're willing to accept, I think it would be a cool sort of fit. Now, who would go to the bench? What would really happen if we acquired a center? Would it be Scotty, right? 40-time Scotty Barnes Award winner this season? Would he be going to the bench? I guess so. Right, Fred VanVleet, all-star, not going. It's Pascal Siakam, all-NBA caliber player this season. He's certainly not going. OG Anunoby, he's more of a glue guy on the role players to complement the stars. He's not going. Right, your star boy, Gary Trent Jr., no way they're putting him to the bench. Averaging 30 points per game. His dad saying he's having the best time of his life with the Toronto Raptors. It's probably our star rookie, Scotty. Or maybe we bring Turner off the bench. Maybe he'd be more willing. I know Riker brought up in the previous post-game reaction that we'd prefer a center that'd be more willing to come off the bench. I think Scotty'd be cool with coming off it at this point, but it's all about who you close games with. And if Turner's cool with us closing the game with our current starting 5, then bring him in. By all means, let's make it happen. But a guy that obviously isn't as good as Miles Turner at this point in his career. The other guy the Toronto Raptors are in talks with, I forgot to load up the graphic for this one, but the Toronto Raptors have also been in talks today for a Goran Dragic Danilo Gallinari swap. Now, this is a guy that I might be higher on, honestly, for bringing in, because you don't have to give up the first round pick, I assume, right? We'd probably be able to receive some draft compensation because Gallinari, he puts up solid numbers for the Atlanta Hawks. Pressing the wrong buttons. But he's putting up solid numbers for the Atlanta Hawks. 10 points, 5 rebounds, an assist. But he's kind of in and out of the lineup. He's shooting 39% from the three-point line. But the big thing is he's making $20 million over this season and next season. So definitely a lot of money for only 10 points per game. But he's a veteran that played tremendously in the playoffs last season. So he's a veteran you can sort of rely upon to hit some shots, catch you a bucket. And he'd be willing to come off the bench at this point in his career. And the Raptors have been after for a long while. We need someone to sort of be a scoring threat off the bench that Nick Nurse can rely upon. Give a break to some of our guys that are playing 40, 50 minutes a night, right? We gotta get a bench guy that Nick Nurse can say, you can look down there and be like, okay, I'm cool with putting him in. I trust that the game won't go to a complete mess if we throw him in. Not to say that our young promising players, I'm particularly talking about Delano Banton, potentially Malachi Flynn, are going to be trashed for a long time, but they're inconsistent, right? And we're trying to win now. Danilo Gallinari is a guy I'd be cool with eating the salary of, especially if we get some draft compensation from the Atlanta Hawks. Probably don't even need it. I wouldn't mind that just sort of shake up so we get something back for Goran Dragic. And then next season, if Gallinari doesn't work out, he's an expiring contract, and once again, we have some value there. So it's Gallo, we broke him down in a previous video. Solid guy. You can check out a whole video we made on that a couple days ago. But for Goran Dragic, straight up for Gallinari, let's make it happen, Masai. But lots of crazy stuff going on. We're going to be dropping a bunch of videos tonight on Courtside Digest as well. Potentially some more on Raptors Digest if more news breaks out. So definitely subscribe to both of those channels. Check them all out. Subscribe to Leafs Digest while you're at it because they have been killing it out there if you're a Maple Leafs fan. And speaking of subscriptions, the hoodie has not been claimed. The hoodie has not been claimed. We're trying to give it away. We've been trying to give it to you folks, right? But we're going through all the subscribers. I think we're proving that everyone has an equal chance. It's not just if you're new. It's not just if you're old. But if you subscribe now, you get a chance at winning this hoodie in a giveaway in one of our live streams. So definitely do it. Definitely check it out because it's a free hoodie. Free, completely free. Just like the Javelin Sports app. It's completely free. I heard if you download the Javelin Sports app, not only do you get better luck at winning the hoodie, you also get better luck at the Raptors finessing a team as we enter this trade deadline. But that's enough of me rambling. You guys are the best to make this far. Check out the Instagram, the TikTok, the Twitter, all of that cool stuff. Anyways, I'm signing off. Join the channel memberships as well. Plug in everything as we end off here. But I'm signing off. Cheers.